Welcome back, WWE Insider. Tonight, we dive into a story that feels less like a scripted wrestling angle and more like a page torn out of human life itself. It's a tale of betrayal, grief, loyalty, and survival, centered on one of the most shocking moments at Crown Jewel 2025, when Roman Reigns helped Cody Rhodes defeat Seth Rollins. This wasn't just another twist in a wrestling storyline. This was a move that cut deep into the hearts of fans and superstars alike. Roman's actions carried the weight of family wounds, unspoken grief, and years of tension buried beneath the surface. What happened in Riyadh wasn't just about winning or losing. It was about power, blood, and the haunting shadows of legacy. Please like, share, and subscribe for more WWE content. Cody Rhodes stood in that ring representing not just himself, but the ghost of a father who never got his rightful due. Dusty Rhodes' shadow loomed larger than ever as Cody fought for honor. But when Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the man who built his empire on loyalty and betrayal, chose to intervene, everything shifted. It wasn't about titles anymore. It was about pain, family, and unfinished business. For Seth Rollins, the betrayal cut like a knife. Here was a man who had already been fractured by scandals, haunted by whispers of locker room resentment, and worn down by years of carrying the company on his back. To be undone not by Cody's resilience alone, but by Roman's calculated strike, felt like the kind of personal wound that goes beyond the squared circle. Backstage, sources describe a tense atmosphere. Seth stormed through the curtain, his face etched with anger, grief, and disbelief. Roman kept his distance, silent, knowing exactly what he had done. Cody, meanwhile, didn't celebrate like a champion. His victory was bittersweet, soaked in Roman's interference, and burdened by the feeling that his father's name was still not resting in peace. This wasn't just a storyline. These were real men, real families, real histories crashing into one another. Roman's own health struggles, whispered about for months, only deepened the tragedy. Is he fighting not just for dominance, but for time? Is this interference a desperate move to cement his legacy before his body forces him out? The questions linger, heavy, unspoken. And then there's the scandal behind the curtain, alliances breaking down, friendships turning sour. Seth has been at odds with management. Roman has clashed with peers over his role as locker room leader. Cody has been viewed as both the golden boy and the outsider. Crown Jewel didn't just crown a winner, it cracked open old wounds the WWE has tried to keep hidden. What fans don't see are the families watching at home. Seth's loved ones, devastated by the public humiliation. Cody's wife, knowing her husband's moment will always be tainted. Roman's family, standing by him, yet questioning his choices. These aren't just characters on TV, these are fathers, husbands, brothers, and sons navigating a storm bigger than any scripted rivalry. Grief runs like a current beneath it all. The grief of Dusty Rhodes' absence, of Seth's fractured brotherhood with Roman dating back to the Shield, of Roman's battles with health that remind him of his own mortality. Every superkick, every spear, every 3-count feels tied to wounds that never fully heal. What happened at Crown Jewel was not just an ending. It was a beginning, a darker chapter, a reminder that betrayal doesn't fade when the camera's cut. It lingers in the silence of hotel rooms, in late-night phone calls, in the long stares across locker rooms where trust used to live. Seth Rollins now finds himself standing alone. Cody Rhodes carries a victory he can't fully embrace. Roman Reigns walks away with his empire intact, but his soul questioned. And the fans? They're left wondering whether they've witnessed history, or tragedy in the making. Some say Roman's actions were about power. Others say it was about love. Love for his family name, love for the bloodline, love for his own legacy. But love can destroy just as much as it can heal. And on that night, it destroyed Seth Rollins' dream. Cody, for all his triumph, has inherited a poisoned crown. Roman has reminded the world that he is both savior and executioner. Seth has been left with nothing but scars, physical and emotional. This is not entertainment. This is the human cost of ambition, betrayal, and survival.